She's a finger pointer, and she never points the finger at herself.
Oh my God.
Why can't you women get along? I mean, this is
amazing. My biggest mistake on this job interview is not...
Jen, easy. There's 7 women here. 7 women can't work together. I'm embarrassed to be a businesswoman right now.
Me too.
Jen, can't you stay quiet for 1 second?
She's gone anyway. She's known to millions as Donald Trump's tough-as-nails right-hand woman.
Her new book is Carolyn 101 Business Lessons from the Apprentice's Straight Shooter. Carolyn Kupfer joins us today. Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
Good to have you here. You're called the Ice Queen. Some people call you that because, I mean, you know, we see things like that. But you're just very sweet in real life. You seem very warm.
I'm a nice person,
You're misunderstood. You're misunderstood.
No, just the 2 different situations. You see me in a boardroom under a very serious situation. This is not a boardroom.
Mm-hmm. You've been in Donald Trump's organization for 10 years.
Yes.
And you've got this new book out called Carolyn 101, Business Lessons from the Apprentice. And it's pretty interesting how you got tangled up with Donald Trump. He went out to look to buy a golf course and wound up buying you.
Not a bad deal, huh? I came with the property, I guess.
How'd it go? How'd it go down?
Well, I was working for a management company at the time, and we were in a bankrupt piece of property, a golf course. We were hired by a bank to actually get it up in operation and ready for sale. And we eventually sold it to Donald Trump. And after, I guess, my sales pitch meeting, and then after he closed on the property, he asked me to work for him, and here I am 10 years later.
So at this point, so you're doing The Apprentice, but are you still doing your actual job for Donald Trump? So how are you balancing that?
It's not easy, especially when I'm doing the filming. But I have a phenomenal support staff. Both of my staffs at Trump National, New York, New Jersey are just phenomenal people. My husband is amazing. My assistant, Elizabeth, just keeps my life in order. So I have a great support staff.
Mm-hmm. Carolyn, here's what's great about that scene, and what reality shows in particular. I always say to myself, well, how much is acting, how much is trumped up, no pun intended. Right, but in that room, that was totally real. You were really aggravated. You seemed legitimately embarrassed by the way...
I was frustrated. I was frustrated, very much so, because that was a very exhausting boardroom. It lasted for quite a bit of time, and the women were talking over each other all the time, coming up with some, crazy excuses. So it was a little frustrating.
It was a lot like watching our program. People all yapping at the same time. Now, in your book, you've got some business advice, things that you have picked up over the years, and I'd like you to comment on a couple of them. One, if you make a mistake, don't make excuses, and don't be afraid to ask for help. That's something a lot of people do. They make a mistake and they're thinking, how do I dig my way out of this hole?
Right.
I'm going to lie.
Well, it's so easy for me because I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect, and I'm expected to make a mistake, every once in a while. So when I do make a mistake, I say, okay, I made a mistake. Let's just fix it and move on. The worst thing you can do is lie about it, cover it up, because then you have to, I guess, cover your trail. It just doesn't make any sense.
Also, when planning your career, don't forget to consider how a family will fit into it if you want one. People think, oh, those New York businesswomen, they're tough as nails, and they'll have a family maybe someday down the line, but you didn't wait.
No, actually, when I was married, I waited 6 years until I had my first child. So I was, I guess I was about 31 when I had Connor, and now I have Cassidy, and they are my absolute first priority, and it's wonderful, and I always knew we were going to have a family. We do. And it's an easy one for me.
But you didn't bank on becoming a nationwide celebrity or worldwide celebrity.
That really wasn't in my job description when I started this.
How are you dealing with that? Because you walk down the street and everybody calls your name out. They don't call your last name out.
They don't call my last name. I don't think anyone knows my last name. But it's exciting. It's very new for me. I guess I'm enjoying it right now.
Right now.
So I'm watching last night, and the men win, even though the women sold more units on QVC.
Right.
And the men win, and next thing I know, there's a guy running around with boxers in the U.S. Open as Anna Kournikova lobs volleys at him.
I have to tell you, it's the first time I saw that, actually.
How great was that?
That was hysterical.
But the women lost again, and you got to kick off someone that you really was getting under your skin.
Well, actually, Pamela was not getting under my skin. I think she is, I think she's a smart person, and I think she had a tough task in leading this particular group.
Right.
And it wasn't easy, but I think she came off a little too strong, and inevitably she took in Stacy and Maria into the boardroom, where I don't think Maria was the reason the task failed. Perhaps she spoke fast, etc. And she asked Stacy to be the lawyer, and she did her job. She was legal. She might have annoyed her, but she did her job.
Are you pulling for the women?
I am pulling for a good amount of the women, actually.
Do you think women are the superior sex?
Well, there's a question.
Yes. Yes.
All right. She's got a book, Carolyn 101 Business Lessons from the Apprentice Straight Shooter. Also, check out her show, The Apprentice, and she also runs those golf courses where...
In my spare time.
That's right. When Brian and I and Juliet drop by, could we possibly get comped a couple of drinks at the 19th hole? Please?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And will you bring Bill along with you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, Donald Trump, heck of a golfer, right? That's true. True or false?
He's a very good golfer.
Very good answer.
It's a very good golfer and a good answer.
Excellent answer.
And it's watching, so you better...
That's in the book. Say yes.
Carolyn.
Thank you.